Okay.
You need to get that fan off of that.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Hopefully the audio is working now. I have like 5 live videos. Well, let's check it. Yes, it's working. Cool. Yes. Okay, turn that off. Awesome. So apparently none of the videos that I've made had audio, which sucked. I just had my husband come in and fix it. He's the computer guy. So I'm just going to scrap everything that I've done so far, and I'm basically just going to start over and answer all of the questions that I got all over again. So if I put you through watching the other videos, I am so sorry. I had no idea during any of that my microphone wasn't working. So sorry about that. Okay. I'm just going to go through all of the questions all over again. Let's start with our YouTube questions. Okay. Angie Smithy82 asked, how is your PVD? Do you still see black strings and dots? My post-vitreal detachment in my eye is still there. It's more of like a fixed blob. So if I'm looking straight, it just kind of follows wherever I go with my vision. The only difference is now that there's 2 little black spots. There used to just be the one. It doesn't really bother me though. Initially it kind of scared me because I was wondering if I was going to lose my vision, but I've had it for so long now that I don't really even notice it unless I'm looking at something really bright. But in here right now, the room is pretty dark and there's a lot of different things going on in the room. So depth-wise, I don't really even notice that it's there. It's not so much of a blob every day. Sometimes it's like a little blob, and then other times it's like a skinny line, if that even makes sense. But I have not been back to the eye doctor. She said that the next thing that we would have to do, because she was unable to find the reason why it was there, was inject dye into my eye and then do an ultrasound on my eye, which sounds terrifying. I wouldn't want to do that ever. So I never made that appointment, and that was like a year ago. So that didn't happen. So I'm kind of just okay with where I'm at right now with my eye. If it gets too much worse, then I guess I will have to go back, but I'd rather not. Okay, next question. Ben Hills, how is your dystonia? Are you still doing your exercises, and how much do they help? My dystonia is awesome. I should still be doing my exercises, but I don't. The reason is that I'm lazy. But if my physical therapist found that out, she would not be happy with me. So the exercises that she gave me mainly were to strengthen the other muscles in my neck. So this one muscle, I really don't know the name of it. She has actually told me several times, and I keep forgetting. Closest to my spine is the one that spasms, and every so often it just goes out of control. And so, what is this little dot? Sorry, I'm totally easily distracted right now because this is like the 5th video that I've made answering all these questions, and I still don't even know if it's working. Since there's no one here, I'm not sure if it's even going through. I checked it on my phone. It's kind of weird to like see yourself talk to yourself. So I don't know. Okay, there's like a 5-second lag. Now that's kind of weird. On your phone, oh, you are able to do a live chat on your phone. So I can be myself talking to myself. Wow, that's creepy. Hello. Oh, and then it pops up over there. Neat. Okay, so I guess this is working. I guess I'm gonna have to go through and like delete all the other videos that I made because I had no idea that the audio wasn't working. That sucked. Okay. Back to your question. Am I still doing the exercises? No, I'm not, although I should be. The two exercises, the two kind of categories that my physical therapist gave me for exercises were to stretch it out, to relax the muscles, and then the muscle strengthening exercises was to strengthen the other muscles to kind of give the one weaker tremor muscle a break. But so far, it's just the acupressure that she's been doing. It's helped so much that I don't have to regularly do them. Although when I first started my treatment for dystonia, I had to regularly every day, like at least 3 separate times a day, be doing the stretches and then doing the muscle building exercises until I can get it under control. But now it's so well managed that I don't think anyone even recognizes that I have tremors. I see my physical therapist maybe it was once every week when I first started for at least a month. And then it was once every 3 months and then 3 to 6 months. But now it's kind of closer to like every 9 months to every once a year because it is just so well managed. They do come back though. I've had someone ask me like, are you cured? No, this is the way that it was explained to me. This is something that is going to be there forever. And thankfully I found a treatment plan that works for me. Is just like my physical therapist put it, resetting the muscle. So if you think of your computer, how it kind of glitches out and it's working improperly, you reset it and then it works fine. So what she does is she feels around, finds the muscle that's spasming, and then, firmly presses into it for about 10 minutes, releases it, and I guess that's how you reset it. I don't know the anatomy and physiology aspect of it, but it works great for me. Next question. Let's see. Charles Marriage. What remedies are available and what works best, if any? Awesome question. So there are a ton of different things that I have heard different people using. I can't say what will work best. Sorry, every time I gesture, it's like shaking the laptop. I can't say what will work best for anyone else besides myself because everyone's situation is going to be different. But the list of things, I actually will type them out, which is probably going to be obnoxious for you because it's going to shake the screen and you're going to hear the keys. But the treatments that I know of for dystonia are chiropractor. Wow, I spelled that right. That's impressive. Acupressure, acupuncture. Nope, didn't spell that one right. Hey, can't win them all. Medications, which will be the benzodiazepines. So those are the ones that they basically make you so tired that you stop any sort of tremor, whether it's a tremor in your neck or a tremor in your hands. It kind of just makes you so sleepy that you're not shaking, but you're also not really functioning at 100%. So that's one of the treatments. Chiropractor, physical therapy, of course. And then the deep brain stimulation surgery, the DBS surgery, that, of course, is, I think, like a last ditch effort. Like if you've tried these other things, I don't think anyone will want to go straight to the surgery. I missed Botox. I think Botox is doctors' number one go-to. As soon as you present with any sort of a cervical tremor, at least in my situation, they said that's going to be the treatment plan, is just Botox every 3 months indefinitely. And I've actually heard a lot of really great things about Botox. For me, what kind of scared me was that, it's botulinum toxin. There's that. And if they put it in the wrong spot or if they mess your dosage up, you still are going to have to wait until they're comfortable doing the injection all over again. So it wasn't something that I was wanting to try. I ended up making the appointment, but because it was like 2 months out, I decided to try different things in the meantime. And that's how I ended up finding my physical therapist. And she's just amazing. So I was able to cancel that Botox treatment. Okay, next question. I don't know how my screen just exploded here. What kind of music do you... Oh, Darius Haidu, what kind of music do you like? I think that tells a lot about a person. First, did I mispronounce your name? Because I hated my whole life when people would mispronounce my last name, and I don't want to be that person. I absolutely agree with you. I think that learning someone's music preference tells a lot about them. This one's kind of hard for me because there's so many different things that I like. I am really into lo-fi lately. Let's see. One that I really like is the Bootleg Boy, Raining in Tokyo. It's lo-fi hip hop. I'm also into... have you heard of Shere Khan? It's Theo James. I won't spoil it for you. You just have to check it out. Alt J, Youth, Daughter, and my husband sent me this one. I actually really love it. Dean Lewis, Waves. Super into that one right now. Above and Beyond acoustic version, Can't Sleep, live from Portchester Hall. That one has been on loop a lot. Kind of all over the place when it comes to music. Let's see, next question. Kenneth Arnst, where do babies come from? Well, when a mommy loves a daddy, you know better. Okay, I'm going to move over to the Instagram questions. I have about 4 of them on there, so we're almost done. Let's see, how do I get to these? Okay, RanJ11 asked, what is your real name? Ashley. Nice to meet you. KPatent56, how is your tremor these days? It is amazing. I'm keeping up with my physical therapy. The tremors only start to come back in certain situations when I have adrenaline or too much caffeine. Then I notice them start to come back. I've had a lot of people actually say that their tremors are worse when somebody looks them in the eye. And I think, like we've talked about a couple times, I think that's because of the fear. And when you're afraid of something, you have tension. And when you have tension, you shrug up, even subconsciously. And I think that sort of triggers it. So I'm trying to stay relaxed. I'm trying to recognize my triggers. I think that that's something easy that everyone has access to. I've talked to a lot of people on Instagram and on YouTube that say that they just don't have the sort of access that we have here to different healthcare providers, especially physical therapists. They're just not available. So simple things that you can do no matter what your situation is recognize the things that trigger you. What triggers your stress level? Sometimes it's simple, something like caffeine. You can't have caffeine because it makes you too stressed out, or it makes your spasms worse. Or social situations, that's not something you can really avoid. But I guess just I don't know. Try to find what helps you, the non-invasive methods that help you, anti-anxiety and relaxation techniques, something like that. Next question. I am B. Forutan. Would you ever shave your head? Probably not, because I have such a weird shaped head. It's kind of super long in the back. I wouldn't want to do that to the world. But if for medical reasons, or I end up needing to be bald, I wouldn't be sad about it. It's just hair. Last question. Catwoman 1173, what is your favorite thing to do when you have free time? My favorite thing to do is to hang out with my family. If it's just me and the hubs, we're watching The Office. I love Dwight. He's so funny. But if I'm hanging out with my kids, we like to watch Lego Ninjago. I'm actually really hooked on that show, which sounds silly because I know it's like a little kid's show. The movie's super funny, though. If you haven't seen it yet, you should check that one out. My favorite character is Lord Garmadon, who's the bad guy, but he's definitely the funniest. Okay, hopefully this video went all the way through, unlike the rest of them. Don't see anybody in here, and I am going to wrap it up. I will see you guys Sunday. If you haven't yet, make sure that you are subscribed.